I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Here we go. This is KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Thursday. Good to see you all here.
It's great to see you guys. I haven't seen you guys in so long.
I know. Just never ends, right?
I see a lot of you guys.
I see more of you fuckers than I do anybody in my personal life.
Yep. Virginia's got special butt lifting pants on today.
I do,
That's
and I
probably one of the big
love that.
headlines.
I was spending extra time in the long mirror in the ladies' restroom a few minutes
Oh, yeah?
ago.
Okay,
Just
checking yourself out.
checking out the badonk.
Yeah.
Not to sound creepy, but can we do a video? Because people are asking what they look like.
Not only can we do a video, I wanted to share the wealth. I wanted all of you guys to try these pants on and see what it does for your butt.
Do you have more than one pant? We could do it a couple different ways. We could do a montage, or we could all do individual videos.
Look, these things were $38. I did not buy one for everybody.
Shit.
We got a community pair of pants.
Okay.
I wore panties today, which I
Okay.
usually don't, but I wore panties today just so it would be a clean switcheroo if we wanted to switcheroo it
You
up.
don't wear panties. What do you usually wear? Pandas boxers?
Well, it's tricky with leggings. Sometimes I don't wear panties because you can see the panty line, and it doesn't look cute to see a panty line with tight leggings.
Oh, I'm going to get some fucking pervert from Port St. Lucie. Hey, Bird, please tell Virginia to talk more about her panty line, please.
I should do cameos.
You do you, girl.
Side hustle.
Oh, you already got your website.
I do, but there's no paywall yet.
Okay.
Don't
You still
worry.
putting new photos on that?
Oh yeah, she's always getting new content on
Was
there.
it fucked up toes and weird ass nose, or what's it called?
Dude, I gotta get fucked up toes and weird ass nose. .com. No, it's whichknowscutetoes.com. I put some nautical shots up the other day of my toes on the boat.
Oh, yeah?
Is
Boat
it as hot-
toes?
is
Boat toes.
Is it as hot as that one picture of you sitting on the toilet?
I also took your guitar. I was playing your guitar with my toes.
What guitar?
You had a guitar in here one day, so I put my toes all over that shit.
I feel bad for your toes. That guitar's filthy.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of sexy going on around here, basically.
So sexy.
Jaybird, you said that this happened to you again, talking about sharing the sexy photos. There are guys that are proud of their wives. I get it. But it's an odd thing when a dude just says, look at this, man. And you look down and all of a sudden you see a photo of his naked wife in a compromising position. And then he's like, yeah, hit that, right? You'd hit that.
Here's the thing. Not every dude wants to see pictures of your naked partner.
No.
It makes me
I don't at all.
very uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
this is the second time this has happened to me and Denny's with a completely different dude, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a guy we don't know that well. Mm-hmm. And it's very odd for someone to go, so you guys want to see something cool? And there's always that like 10 seconds of going, all right, what the fuck is he pulling up? You have 10 seconds to think about.
You know
what,
it's going to be something that you don't want to see.
What weird thing is this guy going to show me? And he goes, yeah, this is my wife. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And me and Denny's go, oh, yeah, okay. It's pretty hot. It's almost as if he's getting charged up, letting us know about his wife, and maybe his wife knows about it too, and they both get charged up.
He could be a swinger and just testing the water with you.
But there's some dudes that do it, and the woman doesn't know.
True.
And I think you're a fucking slime ball if you
That's
do that.
truly gross if you do that to your woman and she doesn't know.
Yeah, that's the options. That's option A is that he's doing that, and then option B is like you had said, that she approves of it, and she also is charged up when other guys look at it like, oh yeah, man, send me that photo.
And I think sometimes
that might be their act.
I think sometimes people will listen to this show, and I think they think we're always down for all kind of crazy antics.
Yeah.
And 3P on a Wednesday afternoon, I don't want to see
Your wife's brown beaver.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we both looked at each other like, what the fuck? It was a very compromising. I mean, she was full on naked,
How'd she look?
bent over.
Oh.
Bent over.
Yeah.
You could see the cookie.
I'll recreate the picture.
But she's naked?
She is naked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looking in the camera.
She's okay. So it's forward. She's looking at it.
Ass out.
So it's from behind?
Yeah, she's looking like she's getting it from behind. Titties out.
Wow.
So you're seeing the front view or the back view?
You're seeing her look in the camera with her ass out. Her leg, I'm trying not to hurt my hip here. Her legs spread, and you can see just about almost.
You saw the cookie or no?
You could see just a
smidge of it.
Just
enough to
a pubic hair. Of
Was it a long cookie or a short cookie?
I don't know. It looked mid.
Oh.
Mid
cookie.
I couldn't really tell. It looked like a medium. I don't know, medium porridge.
Medium porridge.
Something in the middle.
Like
Not short, not long.
Goldilocks?
Yeah, something probably in the middle, I guess.
Did the carpet match the drapes?
There was not enough detail and all that, and we didn't analyze the picture. And I don't want people thinking, "Oh, Bert, you don't want to look at a naked picture." No, I don't want to look at your wife's naked picture. It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Unless you know that I'm a swinger, which I'm not.
Right.
Sweet Denny's almost fainted, poor kid.
Well, there's just nothing when that situation happens. There's nothing here for me because one, I don't want you disrespecting your wife if that's it, and two, I'm not a swinger and I don't get off on seeing your other stuff. It's weird.
You're right.
Don't do it to me.
Those are your only two options right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be awkward.
And I can't believe I'd rather pull for the swinging one because I think it's a
that way
slime ball move.
Yeah, you're not necessarily a slime ball. If that's your move, it's just you have sexual preferences that I probably don't share.
I mean, me and Danny are talking about, does he go back and tell his wife what he just did and they get all horny and then they fuck?
Oh.
You know what I
Might
mean?
be, yeah.
I showed Jay Bird your beaver. And then she likes it because she likes you.
What did Denny's do?
That's what it sounds like what a cuckolder would do. And that might be it. Maybe he recruits and he brings guys home and then he watches them bang his wife. And that could be what's happening.
You're a catch. You're Jay Bird from the radio, the crazy guy. Oh, that crazy guy on the radio liked your beaver,
You want
honey.
to have that on your resume. If you're a swinger, I wonder if they kind of keep resumes and saying, yeah, have you ever had it with somebody that was, notable?
You're a gold star catch.
No.
Yeah.
In the swinger community,
Yeah.
They want Denny's too then because it's happened to us twice.
He's a gold star too. Both
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
are gold star catches. If somebody gets you entangled in their web, that is a good thing for them.
That's
if
what
they
it
do
is.
this on the reg and they catch regular guys, they would love to catch one of the likes of you. Get a snack pack lay.
Yeah.
Oh. They'd be bragging about that everywhere because swingers run their mouth.
I feel like swingers do run their
Swingers
mouth.
absolutely run their mouth.
I'm not saying all swingers are, singing everyone's praises and telling tales out of school.
9 out of 10 swingers run their mouth.
You think it's 90%?
Yeah, I do.
Kevin's going to get the longest swinger email going, oh, no, Virginia's wrong. That's not how we operate.
How do you recruit if you don't run your mouth?
I
You have to run your mouth a little bit so people know what you do.
I think they go into known swinging communities where they know that that's what they're into.
Those are fun, but getting somebody like you or Denny's that don't swing is a gold star catch. I'm sorry. I know what I'm talking about here. They would love to bring you home to his wife and her brown beaver.
Kev, be honest. Do you have a bone piece?
Small, mid. It's about a quarter.
Mid, like the cookie.
Yeah. Just like her cookie. Yeah.
We definitely do attract weird, that's for sure.
We do, and we get it.
So, Virginia, you've got the butt-popping pants on.
Yes.
Halara is the name?
Halara
Okay.
butt lifting leggings. Now, the company Halara sells a lot of different type of leggings. You got to go on their website and specifically look for the ones that are the butt lifting ones.
Okay.
They've got like a little inseam, like strong lycra thing that goes like under your butt and it like lifts it up. It's magic.
Okay. And you said you got those on TikTok.
I did. I bought them on TikTok shop, but something tells me you were right. Earlier you said Halara, the website, I'm sure has them, and I was like, oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah, that's what Anastasia said. She said, yeah, you can go on their website, download their app. They don't just sell butt lifting leggings either. They sell a huge variety of clothing from workout to casual to dresses.
Oh.
Do they have any kind of thing like a vag flattener? Where if
you have a long cookie,
if you
A vag iron?
Yeah, something that if you don't want the puffiness, you can flatten it up. Do they make that? And if they
Type that in.
do I got to do a Shark Tank idea?
Help Halara. I have a puffy pussy.
Be careful when you type in puffy pussy in the computer.
No, they've got tummy control. They've got butt lifting. They've got a bunch of things for the tummy and the butt. Nothing if you have a big, giant vagina. They've got pet hair resistant leggings. Oh, that's good. If you've got cats. Yeah, tummies and butts are all they do. Nothing about the puss.
Yeah, not a lot of people are doing enough stuff with the puss these days.
I mean, if you're wearing leggings and they're tight, your cookie can't be that long.
I'm just saying, you've talked about girls that are insecure. They've even talked to you about it when it's a little too puffy. Personally, it doesn't bother me, but it's clearly there's...
You're not going to turn it down?
No, there's clearly an issue or insecurity out there. So if there's something like that, I feel like there's got to be a product.
I bet you there's underwear that could help with that. I know my girlfriends back in the day made that product, the Cucini.
Yep.
And you could put that right in your underwear and it just smoothed out. It was like Spanx for your vagina.
Yeah, it would get rid of the camel toe.
Exactly. So you could wear that under your butt lifting leggings and your whole bottom half is alive.
That's a lot of equipment down there at that point.
Yeah.
You got, butt lifts.
I'll have to get it
Look.
right.
I lifted my face. I enjoy lifting my butt. What can I tell you?
I think I heard that the camel toe is making a comeback. It's
I don't
kind of
think-
back in style again.
It should have never went away.
Showing it off, yeah.
Look, I don't want to speak for
You
anyone.
like it. You don't, yeah.
Why
Don't
would,
use the cucini for you.
why would you not like it? I don't get it. I get why a woman wouldn't like it. They'd be insecure, but
Yeah.
it's not nothing to be embarrassed about.
9 out of 10 dudes love it.
I'm just saying. It's not like, oh my gosh.
And that other guy's gay.
It's like, oh my gosh, Kevin, she had a camel toe. I'm like, dog, I can't believe it.
Is it Christmas?
We'll find out what the exact numbers are on that. This is a man-only poll for KVJ TV on YouTube. Guys, do you love the camel toe?
And I'm talking if you're attracted to the person.
Yes.
You have to be keep that in mind.
You have to be a guy that likes girls. You
Yeah.
like you know.
if you were attracted,
Yeah,
if you were attracted to
so
somebody,
straight guys. do you
Straight
love the camel
guys,
toe?
do you love the camel toe? I think 9 out of 10 will say yes.
That's what you think the numbers are? It's going to be at 90%?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard of a dude going, "Oh, gross, camel toe"? Unless they're not
Straight guy?
Unless
Yeah.
they're not attracted to the woman.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had that discussion with enough men to say confidently.
Neither have I, Kev.
Oh, this is a main topic for the snack pack. You know they've discussed this around the fire pit.
Well, sometimes we need song ideas.
You should do a dedication to the CT.
Look, it's gonna be kind of weird to play at the Crawfish Festival. When all the little kids are.
And you'd have like a dancing camel on stage. And,
It's
yeah,
not
that's showing its
family
toes.
Oh,
friendly.
you could have a camel and a toe get on stage.
Yeah,
and
you could.
Dancing with,
Yeah,
the
they're
toe can
slow
ride the
dancing with
tail.
each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
You could have a moose with his knuckle out.
Man, it's beautiful.
Damn.
That's what's weird about snack pack shows, because half of them are little kids and the other half are fucking hammered adults. So it's like a weird.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yes.
You got 80% loving the camel toe.
Yeah.
That's where you are on that.
And look, 20% always want to see the world burn.
10%'s gay, and then 10% they're gay and they don't know it.
Or 10% just the Joker,
Yeah.
and they just want to see it all burn.
So Virginia's butt lifting pants, even if they shut TikTok down, you're going to be fine. Get it on their website or their app. Hello.
Yeah, they've even got ones that are tummy control and butt lifting. So if you got a fupa and a flat ass, girl, these your pants.
Now that's a tagline.
Are your genitals massively wrecked?
If you got a fupa and a flat ass, these are your pants.
Yeah.
Do you have a mud flap for a stomach? These are the pants for you.
Did somebody steal your ass in the night?
Another sign I think that TikTok is going to be safe. I saw that the chief executive officer, the CEO, is going to be attending Trump's inauguration, and he's got apparently a position of honor.
Bite dance?
Yep.
CEO?
Yep. He's going to be basically sitting right next to the Trumpster, at least in a high-profile area.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah,
speaks volumes.
They're not turning that damn thing off. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get rid of TikTok.
No.
It's just so profitable for so many people. Like, what? Never before has something made so much money and then people want to shut it down. Like, I just don't see that much money being left on the table.
We got a text towards the end of the show, and it says Virginia was just talking about them banning the red dye 3 with the FDA and all the chemicals we put on our bodies. And then minutes later, Kevin is telling us about all the new fast food deals.
Hey, we never said we weren't hypocrites.
Well,
Talk out of both sides
I
of the
have an
mouth.
appreciation. I understand. A lot of people don't care what they put in their body. They just don't. It's
Do you know
not
why?
even.
He
Because-
don't eat that, though. Kevin does not eat any of that.
No, and I do it just because I know. Look, I've learned just because I believe in eating everything that's healthy. That I don't know that I'm in the minority, but there's a lot of people they don't care. They're like, I'll eat whatever.
A lot of people metabolize food different than you, too. You and me, we don't have a metabolism where we can go to the fast food. Jay-Bird does.
That's just it. I think if you're a person that can eat that stuff and it doesn't give you any problems, you're not really even thinking about it. But
Yep.
it gives a lot of people problems. I'm just fortunate at least right now it doesn't give me too many problems. I can eat like a junkyard dog. Give me a couple tin cans and I can eventually get them down my gullet.
He's good.
hot.
I'm just saying. Look, I was bred for this.
And Patty had a question here because she went into a South Florida Subway and she got the meatball sub. And she said that, he asked me if I wanted extra sauce when he was putting the meatballs on the sub, and then proceeded to pull out another container of meatballs, took the lid off, and those looked way better than the ones he'd put on my sub. And I asked him, okay, well, why do those meatballs look so much better? And he said, well, these are the ones we made today. I said, well, why didn't you just give me the new meatballs? And he said, well, we're supposed to get rid of the old ones first. He did give me 15% off because I kind of bitched a little bit. But
How old were the old meatballs? I just need to know.
What an unfortunate conversation.
Were these made on Jan 2?
she just said these meatballs did not look good, but the ones that came out of the container did.
Damn.
That just shows you how they do shit. They don't want to waste it.
They got to rotate the stock.
Yeah.
I saw the weirdest thing at a pizza place. I wanted their Sicilian, and they made it seem like the Sicilian you could get it hot, fresh right then and there. So I got a regular pizza, and then I got a couple slices of Sicilian because I thought they had just made it. I see this guy go in the freezer's up front, which I think is a bad move anyway. Everyone can see what this guy's doing. He walks in the freezer, brings out this giant trash bag, brings out 2 frozen pieces of Sicilian pizza, throws them in the oven, and then gives it to me. And it was not very good. And it was in a fucking trash bag. And that's in
Where
front of
was this?
I don't want to say it.
Oh.
I will say that it is near you. I've said too much already.
I've thought about, the food games. My wife's always talking about opening up a sports bar or something along those lines.
Terrible idea.
I agree. But it's been on my mind with that. And I think what you typically have is the person who owns or even manages the restaurant, they want to make the customer happy. And a lot of times the people who work there, they just want to collect a paycheck. And so, it's not necessarily out of bounds, but the person who truly cares about the person enjoying their time there and they want the repeat customer in the regular business, they're going to do everything possible. So they're not going to cut a corner and put old ass looking meatballs on your sub and then not have the awareness to be like, when I open the new fresh meatballs, they're going to notice what a big difference it is. And then look at this. This person's in a mess where they're having a conversation about those look gross, those look fresh. They're giving 15%. What a mess.
It's
You
a
created
nightmare.
this. Your
Yes.
employee created this by not being self-aware.
And I don't know if you've ever seen one of them old ass looking meatballs because I know what they're talking
Yeah,
about. It looks
right.
just like sick E.T.
They can.
You know when
Yeah.
E.T.
It looks great.
When E.T. gets sick
Yeah.
and he's on the ravine going like that. That's the color of a gross meatball at certain establishments.
Nobody wants no E.T. meatball.
I don't.
Yeah. So I think that's why you get those situations.
That's one of those cases where the employee might have been a little too honest with the customer.
Yeah, bring it back, reel it back in.
Oh, these are the meatballs I made today, but you're not getting any of that shit.
Stop talking,
I'm giving you the New Year's Eve meatballs.
dumb dick.
And the manager was there. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You're doing everything wrong.
Do not have that guy get questioned by the police.
Got Cesar saying you were talking about old school video games, and if you don't know, there's a Video Games of Palm Beach County Facebook page. That might be a place for the person who's wanting to try to set up that game system, because you can get all kinds of old school games there, and it's a more reliable option than those random ADs showing up on your IG or FB. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about, but check out this Facebook page. Get your answers. For that, it is the Video Games of Palm Beach County. Okay. Also got a suggestion here from Jeremy. He said, if you want a good movie to watch, I recommend Carry On. It's on Netflix, and it stars Jason Bateman.
This is the movie that it's all over the place. Like, some people say it's good.
Yep.
Some people say it's terrible. I don't understand how it swings so wide on this movie.
I was waiting to see it, and look, I love Jason Bateman, and it did pop up over the holidays, and it has the Christmas theme, and so I thought when I was on break, I'm like, this would be a good thing to watch, but I hadn't heard anything about it, and even the 90 minutes, I didn't want to give it that because I had so much other stuff that had come highly recommended to watch.
Have you watched Emilia Perez yet?
No, I just saw the trailer on that.
I heard the best movie review yesterday about that, Kevin, that made me never want to put that fucking thing on.
Oh, really?
You need to watch it.
3 minutes of not saying jack shit about the movie. The worst movie review ever.
Fucking watch it. Why you always gotta be a dick?
The Bateman movie you guys got to see, although I think it might make you feel weird.
People are saying like it's unrealistic because the TSA guy is like so adorable and cute, and his wife is so hot. And they're
Right.
like, no TSA agents look like that.
Yeah, they've got, what is his name? He's a really good actor. He's the one that played, I think, Elton John. He also was in, is it Blackbird or something like that? So he's Taron Egerton, maybe?
Okay, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like young and hot.
Yeah, right. He's very talented, yes. And so I think I got that too. And look, like I said, I love Jason Bateman, but he is the bad guy in it. And it just, I'm not buying it.
I watched this movie.
Jason Bateman's a nice guy.
Right,
I don't
it's just-
buy him as a bad guy.
And I think that's really the problems that I have with it. You're right. It may not be a bad concept, but the casting just, that's why I paused before putting it on. I'm like, I don't know.
This is the one at the stadium, at a concert.
No, I think it's at an airport.
It's an airport, yeah.
Airport. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what it is.
I don't think you've seen it, bruh.
I saw one where Bateman's the bad guy, and the cops are trying to. Maybe it wasn't Bateman. Fuck. All right, Denny's.
See, this is what happens when you drink a lot.
Denny's worst of the week file. You get to just add one more.
The one.
Somebody's obviously not celebrating dry January.
Get the fuck out of here. She quits drinking for an hour and she thinks she's better than everybody.
I know, right? Now she's got all judgment about people
Yeah.
who drink too much.
I thought I was better than you back when I drank.
The Bateman movie you got to see is The Gift.
Okay.
It's dark.
The Gift.
But it's good, but it's a dark movie.
I think I've seen that.
It's not your
It's
lovable
from
Bateman.
2015?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Okay.
But it's one of those psychological thrillers. It's got some twist in there.
I do appreciate that he does jump out. He puts himself out there and does some different roles. And so it's nice.
I'm thinking of that's what it was. I'm getting the one I'm getting mixed up with the Jason Bateman. There's a Josh Hartnett movie that's out where he's at a concert and it got a lot of hype around it. And it's shot very well. It's one of those.
What's it called?
I forget what it's called. But if you put Josh Hartnett, whatever the fuck.
We'll get there eventually.
The balls of me to make fun of anyone's movie reviews.
So long. You got a lot of balls bagging on my Emilia Perez. At least I knew the name of the movie.
I'm falling on the sword.
Dumb fuck.
Unlike you, I can admit when I'm wrong.
No.
That was a shitty review. That was just terrible broadcasting. Good. Thank God this is free.
It's not broadcasting. It's podcasting.
Okay. What? Okay. All right. Look at that. Quits drinking for an hour and she's a fucking brainiac.
I know, look at her. She's so clear-minded now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am anything but clear.
So all-knowing, Kevin.
Yeah.
I think not drinking makes me crazier.
Oh, boy.
I don't think you should have got cold turkey, but you definitely needed to make some adjustments.
Dude, I'm a mess, drunk or sober. I don't know what to tell you.
So it's not going to be good either way.
No, there's no good ending to this.
No shit, it's about to get real. I'm over here trying to have fun. It's about to get real.
Yeah, no,
We're about to make a left on.
she wants to stop having fun.
It's a powder keg, Kevin.
It's time to get real.
We're about to make that left on Depression Boulevard. I can just feel it.
Yeah. You're having too much of a good time.
I know. I'm laughing. It's almost the weekend. It's make it depressing.
Time to end. I saw that Squid Game 2 is Netflix's third most watched season.
It was good.
It was. And like I said, I jumped in because my son was watching it. He had seen the first season. I didn't think I'd watch it, but I wanted to spend time with him. So I sat there and I watched it. I was like, okay, I enjoyed it. Now I'm going to go back and watch season 1. I'm okay with that.
You might like season 2 more because you didn't see season 1. The great thing about season 1 is I didn't know any of the games. And so that was my first introduction to them.
Okay.
And so for you, season 2 was your first introduction to them. So that's probably why you liked it more than I did, because I'd already seen all the games in season 1.
Okay. Well, we'll see. One day I'll get to Squid Game 1.
It's good.
So that is ahead of Squid Game 2 still, and so is Wednesday.
That's good, too. I loved Wednesday.
But, I mean, how big is that for Netflix that Squid Game 1 and 2 are in the top 3?
There were some pictures that surfaced from Korea. I sent them to you, and they claim, I don't know, unless these pictures were doctored, they claim to have found this whole place that was painted like that Squid Game picture, you know,
yeah.
with the pink stairs
Yep.
and the colored hallways. And they claim that what they were doing is getting Korean prisoners that were already in jail
Oh, wow.
and making them go play a real-life Squid Game for the entertainment of these rich, powerful, like, Asian businessmen.
Wow.
Whoa.
Sounds kind of made up, Kev.
I looked into it as a hoax.
Oh, imagine that. Right for the premiere of season 2, the story hits the
It looks
net.
so real.
It was thoroughly debunked everywhere.
What?
Yeah.
It looks real, Kevin.
Nope, it was a hoax, Virginia. That's why I didn't make the show.
Oh.
One
Did that
ignoring
make,
you.
did that make the worst of the week?
I sent it to you, Kev.
It will now. Because we can put the post with you firmly believing it was legit.
It looked real.
Look real, Cam.
I'm not gonna lie, me and you have not had a very strong 13 mins in the last
13 mins or 13 years?
13, yeah. Yeah. I always say it's our best podcast.
I saw they did a stunt to get attention for the new season of Severance. It's an okay show. I'm not recommending it. So,
I don't have time for okay.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. It was okay. The last episode was like, all right, maybe I like it better than I thought. It's just okay. I would put it at a C right now, but I will probably meander into season 2 that is going to be starting on Apple TV on January 17th. The first season was 3 years ago. Won 2 Emmys, which I'm not really sure how, but they do have a good cast in it. And it's also got Ben Stiller. He's the executive producer, so he probably, I think when you got names, it gets clout. But they did a thing where they recreated what their offices look like in the New York City subway. And did a little promo at Grand Central Station for it. So that's coming up. Yeah, in fact, I think tomorrow there are a lot of shows to look forward to this coming year. So if you're kind of like me and I'm lining up all the ones to watch, I'm going to get on that. I'm hearing a lot more, man. That Billy Bob Landman on Paramount. I am hearing it just, and I don't know that I have Paramount, so I got to figure out how to watch it, but I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about that one. That probably right now is the show with the most hype I'm hearing.
I didn't think I had Paramount either, but I did. So go and look for it before because that is the network that the John Toffer show is on, Bar Rescue.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
I think that's why I have it now. It's because
I always had it. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think Twilight Zone is on Paramount as well.
It's Paramount and Paramount Plus. I had both of them, and I had no idea that I even had them.
Yeah. People are, Yasik especially, is raving about Landman, and I saw a clip from it. It was pretty crazy, actually. It's got John Hamm in it as well, and Billy Bob Thornton, so the cast is amazing.
John Hamm is an awesome actor. You can tell when he's playing a dick on screen. I don't know if he's acting.
But you know what? I love if you own a role, and it's just how I know these actors. I get it; they want to prove that they have depth and they can do different things. But it's kind of like with Vince Vaughn. I'm like, just be Vince Vaughn, man. I will pay you to keep being yourself.
John Hamm.
Same with John Hamm
in the the show Mad Men.
Yeah.
He's
He's
a
just
dick.
great. Like a guy that he knows he's good looking and he
Yes.
acts like, and he has to have a humongous dick.
He was also
And
in.
he acts like it.
He was in Bridesmaids too. He
Yes.
was the dick in Bridesmaids.
He's great at it. Don't change. Just keep doing it.
Do you remember him in
Who was he in
He's the
Bridesmaids?
guy. She was sleeping with him, and he was her nut. Like, and
He
and
kept, yeah, he
top
kept kind of
five.
like, he kind of kept jacking her around. And,
He was a dick.
yeah,
Okay.
He's just using her for sex.
Yeah, but he played a great dick.
Yeah. The scene that I saw, do you know who the owner of the Dallas Cowboys is? Jerry Jones.
Yes.
Guy's been around for 40 years.
Yes.
He did a little stint on Entourage.
I watched the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders show on Netflix, and he's on that.
I love that. I've been watching that
Yeah.
show since it was
his
on
daughter,
CMT.
his daughter's in the new one too, because
She's
impressive.
She is. I went to a convention in Dallas one time, and she was the keynote speaker, and I was massively impressed with Jerry Jones's daughter. And
Me
it's a whole family
too.
thing. Yeah, she's very good.
She gets
very
it.
smart.
Yeah.
their whole thing is good. And so they had him playing himself in a scene on Landman, Jerry Jones. He was freaking amazing.
He played himself in
I was like,
Entourage, and he did good
holy
to that
shit,
too.
I couldn't believe that I was. It was kind of an emotional scene. This is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He nailed it. You have to just, if you just watch that scene, you will not, like, he had to take acting lessons or something. He's with Billy Bob Thornton and John Hamm, and he's right in it. Like,
I love it.
I thought the same thing.
you'd have no idea.
When
I couldn't
saw
believe
him
it.
acting on Entourage, I go, because usually when they have athletes on those shows or anything that's involved that's not acting, I know he's not an athlete,
Yeah.
but it can come off cringy or forced.
I was waiting
Yeah,
for
was
it to be
good.
cringy or be like, ooh. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he just nailed it.
That one show, the Dallas Cheerleaders. I don't know if you watch it on CMT when the two. I don't know that the two main
No.
women are on there still, but they didn't fuck around. When you talk to you, Virginia, you are at 101 pounds. You're looking like a little porker. Now, people don't want to see a porker out there. We got to get you back to 95 pounds. They were fucking militant.
It's still those same women, but now there's a new, it's like brand new. It's on Netflix right now. Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders auditions. Even if you make it one year, you have to re-audition the next year.
That was always the big thing. There was always a girl coming
Veterans
back.
do not automatically come back, Kevin. They got to fight for their spot against the newbies that want your spot.
They'd sit the
what?
girl down in the office, and I mean, this was. I believe this was real because they're trying to
They're all real.
They're making the team, and they would sit the girl down. Just because you were hot last year does not mean you're making the team. 15 pounds, really? 15 pounds? What were you doing in the off season?
It's such a good show. You got to watch it on Netflix. It's not brand new, but maybe like 6 months old. I watched it like 6 months ago, and I was captivated.
There's a formula. Every single season, they always pick out one girl that gained a little too much weight, and she did, and she looks great, by the way. She doesn't look. But they make that the focus.
It's such a good show.
You go, damn, they are cold.
I'm seeing people recommending Shrinking. I believe that's on Apple TV as well, and I've seen that. I'll put that on my list.
What's that
What's that
cost you a
about?
month?
Shrinking, I think that's the one that's got Harrison Ford in it, and it's got Jason Segel,
Okay.
I believe, is the two that's in there. Yeah, it is. It's got both of them. I think it has to do with it's like psychology. There's a psychology angle to it.
What are you paying per month on that Apple TV stuff?
Not really sure. Probably a lot more than I should.
Probably at least $20 a month at
No,
minimum.
Yeah.
not that much, really, for Apple TV.
I think all of them are roughly between $15 and $20.
But I watch a lot of TV though. I like it. It's you know, it's kind of like my little pastime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, I do it because I watch it.
Make yourself happy.
Yeah. That's
Watch
it.
TV, turn your bedroom closet into a cave,
Yeah.
Straddle your friend Denny's.
ride around on a broom, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, so appreciate that. And Lioness, too, is another show that I know a lot of people are recommending that I've got on my list as well.
That's a hot name, too.
Lioness.
Yeah, it's got your girl from Eva Perez in it, I believe, Virginia.
Which girl?
Who was the one
Emilia Perez.
Is that what it is?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's her show.
She's good, man.
She is. I'm a massive fan of her. And it's also, too, it's written by Taylor Sheridan, who's done Landman and all that. So that guy just doesn't miss.
No.
Yeah, Special Ops Lioness is another one to check out. And you finally checked out the show with the girl that has Tourette's?
I did. I watched Balin Out Loud.
Yep.
Me, Panda, and Rocco all watched it together. My family loved it.
Okay, so it's
I'm gonna
legit.
have a Rocco review for you tomorrow. I'm gonna have him. I'll pre-record his review. He giggled for a solid hour. He loved
Really?
this show.
Okay.
That little biscuit is quite articulate, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He is very good on the microphone.
Yeah, he was. If you want to see just Rocco's appearance yesterday, that is an individual clip on our YouTube. You can go and see the in-depth interview we did with Virginia's son, Rocco.
Even when he's just answering a question, he's being serious. It makes me laugh because he just speaks like an adult.
He does.
it
He's
is.
like a 40-year-old man.
Right.
We joke about that all the time, but like literally, he'll go around the neighborhood. He hangs out with all the grown-ups.
But he
Yeah.
brings the heat, though. I mean,
does,
he's
yeah.
very articulate.
Yeah. Greg in the 772 said, ever since I was probably 13, I'm now 48, I've always wondered, does anyone have complimentary Tourette's? For example, you'd be going, nice hair, motherfucker.
Yes, me and Denny's had a talk. No, we don't think it's Tourette's, but it is something, a habit you can get into. There was one time me and Denny's were talking for about 4 minutes, and I go, dog, do you know we've said motherfucker 700 times in 4 minutes? Sometimes you don't realize you're doing it.
Well, I
He
think,
means nice,
yeah,
like
right.
saying nice things.
Yeah, so
Instead of saying like mean things, like in her show, she yells at people like "butter your own biscuit, fat ass." But he
It's
means like
insulting,
saying like
yeah.
nice
Yeah,
things, like
yes.
"you have great hair,
Right.
fucker, and your personality's sparkling."
But no swear words.
Bitch.
But you got a swear word.
Well, it
yeah.
could be swear words, but it's complimentary. It's not that you're saying something terrible about somebody.
Hers is that she says the most terrible things.
Right.
But she's actually a really sweet girl, so it's a very interesting dichotomy. Mm-hmm. I don't think she's faking the funk, but I'm not positive.
That's a great question. I wonder if that does happen.
Because to me, what it seems to be, there's something in your mind that it just triggers.
Yes.
And it takes over your body. And I think of the filters that we have, and to me it's horrifying because I have a lot of things in my head that if it just came right out, oh my gosh.
I know.
But, at the same time, though, you might see something that you really like and you know that you shouldn't say, like, oh my God, that ass is popping. You know? Could you imagine even if you were saying that, I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yes, there's a filter.
Right.
And that
The funniest moment, she was at the bowling alley. So you know how you're bowling, but there's like a group bowling right next to you?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't good. So she goes to get her ball and she looks up and she makes eye contact with the guy and she goes, "Fuck you, fat ass." And he's just a random guy in there bowling. He's like, no one's ever told me fuck you to my face like that. Not a stranger. It was so weird.
So if someone said that to me just like that, "Fuck you, fat ass," I go, wow, they just really think I'm a fat ass.
Because you don't go around explaining to everybody in the bowling alley that you have Tourette's. They just think you're a dick.
But is that how it works, though, where you would say it, "Fuck you, fat ass," to where it would come off like they're saying it natural to you?
She sounded pretty aggressive when she says it. Like, she says the curse words and all that really aggressive. And then when she's talking like herself, it's very diminutive. So it's interesting to see the dichotomy between her aggressive cursing and yelling out dick and vagina and "it's raining vaginas, fat ass." Like, she'll just yell out random shit.
Kevin, you work really hard on your job and you're handsome. Fuck you. It's nice.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting. Chicago Lulu said that she explained it. It's like not blinking is how she explained it.
She has to do it. If she doesn't do it, her skin crawls. It's like a release. Her insides are just telling her she must say these words or do these
If
physical
not,
tics.
she's gonna be in discomfort.
And she does a lot of them in threes too because she also has
Yeah.
OCD.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't think she's faking it. I really don't. But I've been tricked before.
If she did, she's used her homework. Yeah, I don't think this is you and a Squid Games fake thing that's really supposedly happening in Korea where they're really, truly killing people.
Because nothing ever gets by you.
And we have a thank you from Caroline who said, I just want to say thank you to Denny's for the tip about the weakness of coyotes is heavy metal, so I've got Metallica now queued up on my phone, and we've seen 3 coyotes so far in our backyard in Pembroke Pines, and I'm scared to death that they're going to snatch up my 5-month-old puppy, Penny.
Oh.
And there's Penny right there.
Look at that.
In my eyes, Penny is adorable. In a coyote's eyes, Penny is delicious.
Penny is a snack.
Look at that snout. Oh.
A coyote would be, their mouth would be watering right now.
Be careful with
That's
Penny.
an adorable dog.
But
Good
just
heavens, Penny.
have that heavy metal music
Adorable.
ready to go.
Yeah, there you go. That's their kryptonite.
That's the funniest thing I've heard in 2025. Is Danny scared of a coyote with heavy metal music?
Came right up to him and was like, oh, and he just pulls out heavy metal and starts blaring it in the coyote's face.
That's amazing.
And the coyote ran off. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is odd. Boy, the coyotes have been all over the news. They said it's happening all up and down the eastern seaboard. It's not even just a South Florida thing, which I thought it was.
You're going to start seeing them in your neighborhoods, I think, a lot more.
Yeah, they were going through the numbers on the increase in coyote sightings here already just in this last year, and it's pretty crazy.
I will know any better. I'll think it's a dog. I'll give it some sausages.
And then I saw one of these videos again. It was on Instagram, and it was out in the snow, and this coyote comes up to this guy and just sits there, and he starts scratching it, like you would a dog. And it kind of had this weird, like, I kind of want to bite your hand off, but then he just went, and just took the scritching and loved it. And it
Wow.
was, like I said, there are just some animals that are out there that I just don't trust. And the coyote, wolf, all that kind of stuff, yeah, I just don't fully trust them.
Well, are all coyotes dicks? I mean,
This one wasn't.
clearly not.
I think it just didn't know. It was like, okay, I just don't know, what to do. And it's like, well, I probably should
Coyote
bite
wants
this
to
guy. but-
coyote.
Well,
Yeah.
let's say you fed the coyote some food, and he's like, all right, this guy kind of seems pretty cool. And it kind of gets, and you start petting it. Does it start to...
I just think that those animals, they always just have that nature. It's always there. You ever hear about that where somebody gets a pet where you're like, you can't believe it, and they have all these videos where they're frolicking and having fun and they're loving it, and then a week later you hear the story of that pet ate the guy. Or
Yeah.
stung him or
With a
bit him
smile
or
on their face.
Yeah, whatever. And I just think that that's the nature. They can't help themselves. It's just always in the back of their head. Kind of like the girl with Tourette's. It's just always telling you.
Yep.
You're sitting there and you're getting the scritching back. I love it. But there's a voice in the back of your head being like, you need to bite and take his hand off.
You got to get him young. You got to get him out of... I mean, I think if they're going to be cool with you...
It's part of, but I've even heard that story where they've started at birth and they got him, and then somewhere when the gorilla's 10, it just can't help itself and it rips his arms off.
The instinct kicks in, yeah.
Yeah, because there's always that voice.
He's still a gorilla. That's funny.
Damn, you shut down the podcast, dog. Oh, man.
It's just time to go.
That has to make the list for worst bombs of the week. Man, I love a loud silence.
Guess we'll find out tomorrow. The worst moments of the week. We'll be tracking them back on the Friday KVJ show. Y'all have a good one.